that for now. We'll record it again after. Just pausing the recording. Okay, hi, we're gonna start. Hi everyone joining us or watching this after. I'm Emily Gold, yoga therapist, and do some yoga specifically for stressed parents tonight. This is actually a workshop or a class. I've been in the works for a while in my head, and I'm sort of test driving it, or maybe you're my guinea pigs on the virtual space for today. So what this class is all about, thinking about stress and how stress is a physical reaction and a mental reaction that our body has. And I don't think we always think of it as both. Maybe we do. Not everyone does. But what's stress? Like, what does that mean when we're stressed? So when we're stressed, our body goes, and you've probably heard me maybe talk about this in Facebook group already, our body goes into fight or flight response. So our body reacts the way that it has evolved to do. Humans have evolved to react to stresses over a very, very long time. And the stresses that humans traditionally dealt with were big animals, really, or things hunting us. So we go into what is known as fight or flight. You might have heard that before. And our bodies physically react to stress like these big animals are chasing us. So when we are stressed, whatever the stress is, whether you're at the zoo and a lion gets out, or you're on safari and a lion is chasing you, or you're stuck at home with your kid and they've asked you the same question 80 times, or you're in the middle of a global pandemic and that, or your boss, blah, 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 whatever it is, our bodies react the same way as it would to the lion chasing us, which is we go into fight or flight, which essentially means we prepare to fight a hungry lion. So maybe we crouch down, we get really tight, we get angry, our necks tense up, or to run away, and our bodies prepare to run away. Our hearts beat faster, we might start breathing more rapidly to prepare to run. Digestion changes, reproductive function changes over the long term. So not great, but on its own, not so bad if it just happens once in a while, if that lion just escapes from the zoo. Unfortunately, most of the stresses we deal with today are not short-term. And those stress responses are meant to be short-term. Either the lion catches you, or you fought it, or you ran away from it. And then you can go chill out in your cave, at your watering hole, wherever it is. But today, most stresses, definitely the stress we're currently under, tends to be a little bit more long-term. And what can happen over time is that we stay in the stress response. And we stay in the stress response. And soon, even if there isn't an active stress or nothing's actually igniting the stress at the moment, so maybe you're having an okay day, you're safe at home with your family, but the hormones that activate the stress response, the adrenaline, the cortisol, are still happening in your body. And all the reactions are still going along with that. So your heart's still beating faster, your stomach's tensing up, your shoulders are like this, your neck's tight. I'm just acting some of them out. Everyone reacts to it a little differently. So that can be a little bit problematic. And we can have mental reactions to it as well. We can feel very angry. We can feel very tired, disoriented, ungrounded, unstable. So these are all the things that happen when we're stressed. What does that have to do with yoga? We can work on that. So all of those things happening are part of our nervous system. It's all kicked off by our nervous system. The part of our autonomic nervous system. So the nervous system that happens automatically. We don't have control over it. And that has two parts, and one of them is known as the sympathetic nervous system. I'm not going to give you any more science than this. And what that is the part of our nervous system that kicks us into fight or flight. The opposite of that is our parasympathetic nervous system, or our rest and digest. And that's the part that's supposed to kick in when you go to the watering hole or back to your cave where you're safe and sound. But unfortunately, over time, one side gets very strong for most of us, the sympathetic nervous system, and the other side doesn't get to work a lot, and it gets a little weaker and has a hard time catching up and lowering the stress hormones. I'm not going to talk about hormones. We can do that another time if you want. Just let me know. So what does that mean for yoga? Well, one of the best ways to access the nervous system, so I said it's autonomic, but there are ways to control it a little bit, is your breath, because your nervous system controls your breath, but at the same time, you can also take control of your breath and sort of change the way, sort of cut off the circuit in your body. So we're always going to use the breath. In my opinion, the breath is the best way to come out of the stress response. So we're going to do a lot of different breathing techniques today. We are going to be thinking about the breath. We're going to also be thinking about heart rate variability, and that's maybe something else you've heard about before. And what that means is your abilities for your heart rate to go up and down. So for you to go from a stress response, whether it's a lion chasing you or running really fast or whatever it is, to going to the watering hole or sitting down. And ideally, we want a big heart rate variability. We want to be able to go from a stress, whatever it is, to calmness, so that we can go to reading the news and feeling very stressed, which is normal. It's normal to feel stressed right now. I'm not saying it's not. It's normal. I'm very stressed. To go from reading the news, to be able to put the news down and go play with your kid and not be feeling like this all the time. That doesn't mean you're ignoring it, but your body's able to come out of the stress response. So we're going to be thinking about doing that in a couple different ways, but mainly the way is to get the heart rate up and then bring it down. And we're going to be doing that a few different times. We are going to be thinking about grounding. So that's the idea of physically feeling ourselves on the ground. We'll do that for sure. And we're going to be thinking about vigilance. And that's this idea of always being on, especially if you're a parent and a parent in lockdown. You really are like always on. So how can we let that relax a little bit? So we're going to do these poses. And at the end, I'm going to give you like 5 quick ways to deal with this stuff. And the reason that I made this class specifically for parents, I do another yoga for stress class, but this one is specifically for parents, is because I wanted to have the fast tips. And because I wanted this to be, you guys to learn things that you can model for your kids. Because I know one thing that everyone is struggling with, or I can't speak for everyone, but I'm hearing about it and I know it's something I'm dealing with, is how do we model stuff for our kids? How do we be stressed and be scared and all this stuff that's going on, but still be able to, if not create actual normalcy, then at least, you know, give our kids something to see for how to react to this stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, or whenever you're watching this. I won't talk to you anymore. We'll do some yoga. I'll keep talking. I won't give you any more lectures till the end. So welcome. We'll do some yoga. I'm just going to tilt my screen down a little bit. Sorry, guys. Thank you. And we're going to put our hands on our legs or our thighs and just roll the shoulders out once or twice. We're going to think a lot about bringing the shoulders away from the ears, because the shoulders up by the ears is a big fight or flight reaction. And we're going to do a breath that I think I've shown you in one of the Facebook groups. I can't remember. I think I probably posted it in both groups. Coherent breathing. You can do this sitting up or lying down. I'm sitting and I'm teaching. If you want, you can lie down. We're just going to do a few rounds right now, but it's something you can do for quite a while. We just only have an hour tonight. So you can close your eyes or keep them open. And all we're going to do is inhale for a count of 6 and exhale for a count of 6. This is a balancing breath when we keep the inhale and the exhale the same length. But because for most of us, when we're stressed, our inhales actually are longer and fuller, and our exhales, which is the part of the breath that we use to relax, tend to be quick and short, we're going to help those be equal at least, and then we'll work later into making them longer. So hands onto the belly. We're going to think of breathing into the belly, which is nice, effective breath, again, to get more oxygen. Good for stress reduction. I won't explain it now. Close your eyes. We're going to inhale when I say inhale and exhale when I say exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. 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 And now just allow your breath to return to normal. We're going to just stretch out the neck a little bit. So allow your chin to come to your chest. One big stress response reaction is very tight neck. A lot of people come into this position of vigilance. So what we're going to do is inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. So you can keep doing that at your own pace. So what often happens when we're stressed is we're on like this lookout looking for the lion. I'm just going to use the lion as the example the entire time. And I think specifically the kind of stress most of us are under today, there is a lot of vigilance because there can sort of feel like there's something scary going on. So just letting the neck relax a little bit. Let's do one more to each side. And then bring the chin to the chest. And inhale the head up. And drop the left ear to the left shoulder. And take your left hand, so that's the same head, the same side as the head's on, and bring it to the outside of the head. Now, just push the head into the hand and drop the opposite shoulder down. So we're trying to lengthen the distance here. And you can walk that right hand away and breathe into the side of the neck. Let your head relax. And then you can walk your head up and go to the other side. So right hand up. And push your head into the hand and walk your other hand away. Breathe in here. And then head under head. Come up. And we're going to think about the shoulders as well, because like I mentioned, another big stress response. So hands to shoulders, elbows forward. Inhale, draw shoulder blades together. Exhale, separate. Do that a few times. Inhale, draw together. Exhale, separate. We'll do that a few more times. And now our elbows are going to come forward and we're going to bring them up and all the way back. So inhale up, exhale back. Doing that a few more times. And one more, letting that go. We're going to inhale, draw arms up, shoulders stay down. Exhale the other way. Let's just do that one or two more times. Keep shoulders away from ears. And next time you inhale, arms up. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. A twist if it's okay for you to do twists today. Talked a little bit privately with people. Pregnant, twist above the bra line. So just twist your upper body seam. Any other stomach issues, breathing here. Drawing right shoulder back. Looking over right shoulder. And then we're going to inhale, arms up. And we're going to go right to the other side. So right hand down, left arm over, breathing here. So nice and tall. And twisting to the other side. I'm just getting a message from someone who had wanted to be here. So I'm going to read it as you twist. Making sure, okay, we're all good. Just letting us know that she'll watch the recording. Wanted to make sure there was no problems getting it. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Okay. We're going to come to our hands and our knees. So take your time to get there. You know this one if you've been doing kids yoga with me lately. We've been doing a lot of animal sounds. We're not going to do animal sounds today. We are going to do a couple of cat-cows again because it stretches the spine. Also nice and balancing. The back bend is a little sympathetic and the forward rounding is a little parasympathetic. So balance that out. So inhale, drop belly, chest forward. Exhale, round spine. Doing that a few times. And let's do one more. And round completely. And we're going to lower onto the belly. So we're going to do a couple back bends. Let me see. Yeah, you can still see me. Beautiful. Finally getting the hang of these cameras. So we're going to do a couple back bends because back bending is actually raises your heart rate a little bit, wakes you up, and then we're going to balance that out. So that's that heart rate up and down thing. So we're all going to start with a sphinx pose. So bring the inside edges of your feet together. So you zip up your legs, inside edges of the feet, shins, thighs. Bring everything together. We're going to protect the lower back, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat and the tailbone into the mat. Engage the core. Elbows are going to be under shoulders. So you got like the sphinx pose. Your hands are flat on the ground. And inhale, draw your chest forward. Head can be up, or if it's bothering your neck, it can come down. You can soften your face. You can smile your little sphinx smile and breathe here. Do a few more breaths, drawing chest even more forward. Couple more breaths, draw shoulders away from ears. Press into the pelvic bone. And exhale, come down. Bring a cheek to the mat. It doesn't matter which cheek. Breathing here. We're going to do our next back bend. So up to you a little bit where you want to be. Pay attention to your back. You can come back to Sphinx if that felt good. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can come into Cobra pose. So your hands are going to come under your shoulders. Everything else is going to be the same. Low back's going to stay the same. Breathing here. This is actually not good for my low back, so I'm going to stay in Sphinx, but you can do that other pose. Breathing here, drawing chest forward, dropping shoulders back, and breathing. Draw the chest even more forward, drop the shoulders down the back, breathing. Next, exhale, lower down. Just for a moment, let the spine relax. Next inhale, we're going to come into another back bend. So this time you're going to interlace your hands behind your back. Draw the hands down the body. And inhale, lift head, neck, shoulders, arms off the mat. So whole upper body lifting up. Drawing hands towards feet, feet stay on the ground, pelvic bone presses down, breathing here. Recording again. I don't know what happened to the last thing, but we're just going to keep going and maybe this will be in 2 parts. So coming back here, we're recording, drawing up. Be here for a few more breaths. We'll count this as the second back bend. Drawing up a little bit more. And exhale. Come down, bring your cheek to the mat, bring your hands under your shoulders, and push all the way back to child's pose. Breathing. So while you're in child's pose for a couple breaths, I'm going to figure out what's going on with our recording. Nice long breath. So when you're ready, you can come out of child's pose and back up to seated. We're going to call this video 1, and we're going to have the second part in just a moment as I troubleshoot. Okay, we're back. Sorry everyone for that. This is obviously going to be in 2 parts now, but that's okay. So we're actually going to stand up. We're going with the flow. Okay, we're going to stand up. Sorry. Great. So standing up, we're going to think about grounding. So feet come into the ground. Feeling all 4 corners of the feet on the ground. We're going to do some right-left movement. Good for focus, stress reduction. We're going to bring our arms up and make some big circles here. Getting the heart rate up a little bit too. And then let's go back. Okay, stop that. Bring both arms up. We're gonna go one arm in either direction. It's gonna look crazy. Let's do it. Don't worry if it's not working. I don't actually know if I'm doing it right, but it's fun. Okay, let's go the other way. Starting, okay. Let yourself smile. It can be fun. Getting that heart rate up a little bit more. Okay, let that go. We're gonna go side to side now. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. I should explain it. Sorry, I'm cut off. This is crazy today. We're gonna go like this. And you're gonna inhale left and exhale right. You can hit yourself. Keep going. We're gonna do breath of joy. It's gonna be 3 inhales and an exhale. Inhale up, inhale out, inhale up, and exhale. Okay. Three more. Last one. Stay down. Take a nice forward fold here. If your head feels light, come back to child's pose instead. Otherwise, just hang out here. Your knees can be super bent. Couple more breaths. Let the heart rate come back down. You can grab your toes even. Let's do a little more grounding. Feel the feet. Bring the hands to the ground. Feel the hands on the ground. Feel the feet on the ground. All the points of contact with the ground. Let the heart rate come back down. Bend your knees as much as you need. Nice long spine. And then let's inhale. Come up. Round the shoulders. Bring the arms up and just shift to the left. Bring the arms up and shift to the right. Bring the arms up and exhale. Take them down. Okay. We're going to think of one more nice strong pose here. Actually, let's do two. We're here. Already had our technical difficulties. Two nice strong poses. Warrior two. Take our right foot forward, left toes out to the long side of the mat. Bend that front knee. Open arms up to a T. Breathing here. Drop your shoulders down and maybe give yourself a big hug. That's actually can be a nice stress reduction thing, to just give yourself a hug if you're feeling really overwhelmed. It's a really nice thing to do. Why not? It's a hug. When you're ready, you can take the arms open again. Flip the palms up, raise the arms up. Exhale, bring them down. Heel toe your feet together. Let's go right to the other side. So come back to center. Feel yourself grounded here for a moment. So feel your feet on the ground, mountain pose. Root down, rise up. Now we're gonna step the left foot forward, right toes out to the long side of the mat, and open up to our warrior two. Outside edge of the back foot planted. Breathing here. Again, you can give yourself that hug. Keep your shoulders away from the ears wherever you are. Nice strong pose, warriors. All warrior parents here. Let's flip the palms up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, big sigh. Heel toe feet together. Okay, when we think of grounding, one of the best poses to do is a chair pose. Okay, we take our feet hip width distance apart, and you're gonna sit back. I'll show you from the side, as if you are sitting into the world's most uncomfortable chair. Sit your hips all the way back. Reach your arms up, 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 like you are reaching for whatever you most wish you had right now. Some chocolate, I don't know, whatever. Sit back, reach up, shoulders away from ears, and breathe. Feeling yourself held here. Even as you reach up, you sit back. Another one really nice to give the hug if you want. Breathing here. Couple more breaths. Sit down a little deeper for the last few. And exhale, fold. We're going to go from this forward fold right to a seated forward fold. You can bend your knees. You might want to sit up on something. I have a plethora of props here. So I'm going to use them in my, once was my pristine yoga studio. That's slowly becoming yoga studio / gym / office as the quarantine goes on. That's okay. We're very lucky to have all this space. So I'm sitting up on something so that I can fold forward with a long spine. You also might want to put something under your knees, a little extra cushion. Forward folding is really great for our parasympathetic nervous system, stimulating the vagal nerve and a couple other nerves that help us relax. If you think about it, kids do this sort of naturally. We sort of fold forward to relax. We're going to do that today. So we're going to inhale our arms up, and we're going to fold forward with a long spine. So my knees are super bent, grabbing my toes. You can do that. You can grab your toes with straight legs as long as your spine stays long, or bend your, bring your hands to your thighs or your knees, anywhere that feels good. Breathing here. Couple more breaths. Keep folding forward. And then you can inhale and come up. We're going to lie down. So take your time, slide off of whatever you're on, and lie down onto your back. So where are we? You can keep, if you have a pillow or a blanket nearby. We're gonna hug our knees to our chest and rock side to side. Just breathing here. Nice to finish up with just a gentle twist here. So your arms can come out to a T and just drop both knees to the right. Left shoulder stays on the mat. And then we'll inhale up. And we'll go right to the other side. Breathing into the chest and into the belly. And inhale back to center. And we're going to get ready for our Shavasana. So you can take your legs out long. So Shavasana, lying down, legs long, palms up. You'll close your eyes or soften them down. I'm just going to shut off the video of me while you guys are in Shavasana. So if you don't feel like I'm staring at you while you relax, I'll keep talking for a minute. So you will just allow yourself to relax here. Maybe you put that blanket or that pillow under your knees or your thighs. Lying down nice and long here. You can put a pillow under your head and neck to let your shoulders relax as well. Maybe put a blanket on. And just take a moment to feel all the places you're held here, held by the ground, held by the earth, held here under the backs of the ankles and the backs of the legs, and the whole back, the neck and the head, backs of the arms, the backs of the hands. And then allow your body to just sink into this. You're held here. Allow your body to soften. Hands can unclench, jaw can unclench, belly can unclench. Feet can soften, belly can soften, chest can soften, eyes can soften, forehead can soften, shoulders can soften. Just allow your breath to be normal here. We're going to let our next few breaths be a little bit deeper here. You're going to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. You can shift your neck from side to side. You can reach your arms up overhead and your toes away from you. And then exhale, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. Before rolling all the way over to either your right or your left side. And coming up to seated. We're going to finish with one other breath tonight, and then we're going to chat for just a minute. So we're going to do a 1 to 2 breath. You can, for today, the purposes of this, breathe into or out of your nose or your mouth. If you know Ujjayi breathing, you can do it. I'm going to teach it another day, not today, not at 8:30. No, crazy. But what we're going to do is we're going to exhale for twice as long as we've inhaled. So we're going to count you in a few times, inhaling for 2 and exhaling for 4. And then you can keep going on your own with that same 2, inhale 2, exhale 4, or make it longer. Just keep your exhale twice as long as your inhale. So 3 and 6, 4 and 8, or if it's feeling too long, 1 and 2. Okay, do the first few together. Okay, beginning. Inhale 2, exhale 2, 3, 4. 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 Keep going on your own. Let's do one more. And then just let your breath return to normal. So we're going to finish with one chant of Om, also really nice for exhaling, and you can't hear each other, but we're going to a nice big chant. Not fair to people who are recording, so we'll just keep everyone quiet. And we're going to take a big inhale and chant the sound Om. Big inhale. Om. I thank you so much for sharing your practice. Namaste. And I'm just going to review real fast 5 things that you can do for a minute if you just need a stress reduction break. The coherent breathing we did. Do that 5 times. That's a minute because it's an inhale for 6 and an exhale for 6. That's 5 breaths. Great way to feel more balanced. I've been doing that at least once or twice a day, every day. Just inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slower than that. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you can say 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. You get the point. Go up to 5. That's a minute. Usually great first step. The other breath that is really nice to practice is the one we did at the end, the exhaling a little bit longer. So that I wouldn't do that. If you're super, super agitated, I would do coherent breathing first. But if you want to keep bringing it down or you just want to take a little bit more of a break, the 1 to 2 breathing. Really, really, really great. If you need to, if you're feeling like all up here and you need to let something go and you only have a minute, breath of joy, the inhale, inhale, inhale. Really great. And kids like that one. You can do that with kids though. Kids really like that one. Kids also like this one where you're moving your arms in different directions. So we might even do that one in the family yoga tomorrow because it's really, really fun. Another good pose to do if you are feeling distressed is the neck. So if you're feeling super vigilant, if you are feeling that feeling like you just haven't stopped, like you've been on, probably you've been like this. So you drop the head to the side, opposite shoulder drops away. Even that is enough. And then if you want, you add the hand and you press the hand into the head. And then if you want, you can add the opposite shoulder. So you're not pushing the head down, you're actually pushing the head into the hand, lengthening this side of the neck and then to the other side. Really, really great for that. Forward folding of any kind. So standing up, folding down, a child's pose, really great. Sitting down, doing the forward fold. You can stand up and be like an elephant with kids is really nice if you're doing this with kids. So those are like my 5 tips of 5 minutes to relax a little bit. Remembering if you're feeling really, really stressed, sometimes moving is better. So that doing something with your arms, also doing some back bending, actually opening up and then taking it down. So maybe you do 30 seconds of breath of joy and then 30 seconds in a forward fold. So lots of things you can do. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll shut off the recording first, or if you're watching this recorded, you can message me. Sorry about the technical problems. Hopefully, if you're watching this recorded, I've figured out a way to make it into one video. Otherwise, sorry about the technical problems to you too. I'll see you guys in the group with yourselves or with your kids, and have a good night.